welcome to another episode of Monday Night MegaMek. We are continuing our adventures across the Inner Sphere with the Emerald Cast Mercenaries. Ooh, hold on one second. My windows are all messed up. I want to be able to see live chat instead of top messages in case somebody wants to get my attention. Granted, no chats means just saying something will be a top chat, but in any case, as usual, we are going to get started here. We have a mission loaded up. My wonderful co-host Cheddar is not currently in the room with me. She is sleeping on my bed on a pile of my clean laundry, as a wonderful puppy is prone to do. Last time, I didn't fill this part out. So last time we played some missions. We updated to 0.51. We are currently still using 0.51, even though there is a bug, but I will be dealing with that at a certain point. Apparently, there's an issue where a lot of the randomly generated characters generate with 5 in all of their stats. And that's not particularly interesting here. So, but as it stands, we have a new contract. We are on Castor for a planetary assault mission. We are still trying to make money to buy a dropship. I know there's been talks about getting a loan, dealing with the finances. I think we will get a loan when we get closer. I am not content getting a loan. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I am not content getting a loan for more than our net worth, right? Our net worth is 206 million C-bills, right? We need, when we can get a loan to secure a dropship that is half our net worth, that's when we'll get the loan to seal the deal. So if we see a dropship that we could buy with 100,000, we will do it. Well, our money plus 100,000. So, comment strike. Yeah, we currently have 147, million. Yeah, 147 million C-bills. So if we're within 100 million C-bills of a dropship, plus that, we'll do it. All right, we have breakthrough. I believe we are set up to go with our secondary setup. Oh, we have not even set that up yet. So let's go to we are going to be sending out our secondary lance, which sadly has no colors. What is this? All right. So we need to change the formation on con. In case you didn't know, you can set up all of the little icons for your forces here. So I like to... Ooh, the windows are all messed up. Now, this is a mech lance. So I want to make sure... Alphanumerics, because how do I get... Hold on. Can I just copy this? Copy, yes. Paste. Lovely. And it's just a little mech. The green means it's good to go. The mech means it's a mech. And we don't have to worry about any other sort of weird alphanumerics or designations. It's not too difficult to understand our mercenary force because we have 2 lances. After the dropship, we'll probably expand out to be a full company. But right now, we are working on a dropship. So, secondary lance, we are going to deploy them. Maybe it's in area of operations here. Breakthrough. We're going to send the secondary lance out. Yeah, we're going to do it. Your objective is to break through enemy lines and reach the far side of the engagement zone. At least 50% of your forces must reach the destination, and only fully operational units will count. If the enemy resistance proves too strong, you have an alternative path to victory. Destroy at least 50% of enemy forces to force them into disarray. Open the way. All right, so we need to get through 50% or kill 50%. So, okay, it's down here. All right. So we're just start. Also, if you notice, oh, I didn't move the music bar. So I switched over my face to the left side of the screen in Mech HQ. The way they've reset up the system. There's too much important information that ends up on the right hand side, particularly when we're looking at personnel. All of this cool stuff over here that I want to make sure people could see. I don't really think there's much of anything that really appears on the lower left side. You might miss some logs. Oh no. Interstellar map, it can be moved. You know, table operations. Yeah, I don't think there's any actually important information where my face currently is. So it'll switch over in MegaMek. So, all right, let's get to the mission here. And start. Commence drop. Let this load up. Sometimes the first mission takes a minute to load. Because we haven't opened MegaMek yet. We've opened Mech HQ. The suite of programs. So, hope everyone's having a good night. I hope people watching the VOD are having a good time. Let me know if the music is too quiet or too loud. It's hard to hear exactly how it is on your end. I try to keep it at a specific spot, but I have to manually adjust things each time. Alright, weird. Because the window popped up like this. I don't know why I did that. So let's get it to the appropriate size for the gameplay window. Or, yep, the stream window. Alright. Here we go. Everybody's here. Winch is great. Grace is cool. Grace doesn't have an SPA. That's why her name isn't green. Or is that... Yeah. Or she doesn't have a call sign. Grace doesn't have a call sign. Okay. She needs to earn one. But let's go. We're launching. We're playing the game. Alright, so we need to get to the other side of the map from down here. So let's try to find a clear path. We do not want to end up falling on ice. Falling on ice is absolutely a nightmare death sentence, but it looks like we have this on road 26 here relatively clear. There's just some light rubble and no real sand, so yeah, I think 26 is the way to go here. Machine. And if remember, this is a high gravity planet. Yeah, so normally 6'9", currently a 5'8". Yeah. Well, you know what? That advanced strategy. The advanced MegaMek strategy for winning this game when you are playing in Mech HQ. The next player button. Let our allies move into the vulnerable spots. And then we can do what we want to do. Like move forward 7 hexes. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Machine. We'll do that. Alright, winch. We want range high-low, because it normally slows to damage here. So we have a demolisher. Oh no. A 4-5 demolisher, double AC-20s. These are all medium mechs That is actually quite terrifying. I do not want them to hit. Yeah. Like, that thing needs to die right off the bat. Sadly, 11s, 10s. I still think we want to risk it double 11s. You know, it's better to take a chance on destroying this thing that could potentially just wreck us right off the bat. Alright, miss. Miss. Alright. Our allies are red. I really do, that is probably one of my biggest complaints on this auto-generated stuff is I wish it defaulted your enemies to the red color, just because that's just a common convention, and it sometimes takes me a minute to realize green is enemy, red is ally. But, alright. Allied Wolverine shoots at stuff, enemy shoots. Looks like nobody ends up hitting the Demolisher, nobody ends up hitting us. You know, like, okay, that's fine. I'm cool with this. No melee. Let's continue on. There's a Demolisher on the field. We do not need to be heroes. We will, again, hit the next player button. Now we do have like 90% salvage, or 100% salvage, I think. And we out BV them, so just destroying them would be legitimate. But that's a Demolisher. If the Demolisher goes, we can stay and fight, but just having that thing sitting around with dual AC-20s means we are in a bad spot no matter what we do. Where can we end up with 11 movement? We can, in fact, get behind the rear arc of this Demolisher. So we're going to do that. And we are TMM3 versus our ally here in short range at TMM2. So there's really not all that much we can do. Princess is probably going to be shooting at Whiskey. Yeah, Princess is going to be shooting at Whiskey here, our ally. In a Stinger. Oh my gosh, a Stinger hit with an AC-20 would just vanish. Just disappear right, like, into, just atomized. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Winch, you'll stay here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 8. It's looking at long range. I think we can go 1x over, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7x is gonna be a long range for the Demolisher. Boom. And winch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 or 5, 8. And that does put you at TMM3 and medium range. You're probably not going to get shot by the Demolisher. There we go. First things first, torso twist. Try to kill the scary thing. That is the goal. The terrifying machine of death. We're going to keep gaining heat. Alright. There it is. Oh. Okay, so this is where, give me a second here. I need to pull up. That is a Stinger 3R. Alright, so pulled up mech bait here so you can really see. That Stinger 3R has a total 48 armor. It just got hit by 2 AC-20s, right? That is... Yeah, it barely has more than 80 total health. Barely has more than 80. So it just lost half of its total health, but it connected with the left torso and the left arm. Yeah, okay. There we go. Ooh, right. Oh gosh, because the left... Oh, that's up. Oh, so left torso is destroyed. Damage goes into the CT. Hits the left arm. Left arm's gone because left torso's gone. Left torso's gone because it got hit. That full second AC-20 goes right into the center torso. It is... Blap. It is gone. Alright. Winch. Clutch. Double hits. Great. Bunch of other stuff is happening. That allied Wolverine is doing some work. Gotta... Alright. Grace hits with both medium lasers in the rear. Fantastic. Allies also who hit it. So there we go. And we keep going down here. Oh, Death Machine gets the stun. Of course, the machine, the Death Machine, I forget her name here, rolls and gets the crit, left side crit for the stun. Yep, that continues. And Wingman, our solid follow-up, stuns for 3 more turns, motive system damage, major damage, vehicle immobile. Fantastic. All right. It's like I said, if we kill this, if we kill the Demolisher, we can stay and kill everything else. And we are definitely in good position for that. Yep, we're at 90%. They are 87%. Yep, we lost an allied Stinger. You know, the Stinger took 2 shots from the Demolisher and let us immobilize it. You know, I feel like that is totally fine. Now the problem is it's crew stunned, so that generally means it's still going to be able to shoot, but it can't move, and its left side is almost gone, so we can probably just eliminate it. But we are going to do what we absolutely should do and hit the next player button a whole bunch of times, so that hopefully we have another Stinger incident where our allies just wreck house. And it looks like the little health bars are off, so let's actually do that, because it resized the window. There we go. Fantastic. All right. And they abandoned the Demolisher. We are gold. We are gold. All right, Grace. We are turning this around, and we are entering murder mode. Not quite on the rear, but we can end up there. That is in the rear of that rifleman at short range for the medium laser, so boom. You go do that. And we're going to do something... Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we can't get the bonus. I think I'd rather be able to shoot than move a little bit further there. Machine! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. We got this Vindicator coming in. Yep. Destroyed by ejection. I'm going to give that kill to Grace. Grace is the one who got the first critical. Let's set that whole chain of events happening. Alright, so we've got... that Ostrock on 9s, yeah. We'll fire the Ostrock on 9s. Obviously, we shoot the rifleman in the rear. Machine. Murder Machine. Let's take a look at her again, right? So here's the fun thing. I want to point out. Ileani, I don't know, or somebody from MegaMek, if you happen to be watching. You know, because this came up almost immediately after the stream last week. There was an announcement on the MegaMek Discord that they were going to potentially no longer include this next part, which, oh, it's not Grace. Is it Grace? No, it's the machine. Is it? Who are we trying to look up here? Yeah, it's the machine. We are trying to look up machine. Okay, sorry. There was a brief announcement they were thinking about eliminating this next whole part. Oh, just look at that intense stare, right? This section, the about. They were potentially going to replace this about section, this lengthy description, with just sort of like short paragraph, short snippets. And I hated it. I love right now, as I'm playing this game, right? We're in a situation where this brand new pilot, Kathleen here, the machine, this person who got just her first deployment, got 3 kills from like head hits, just going around just murdering. And she has the opportunity right now to either continue firing large lasers at the bigger targets or shoot at this vehicle crew. And I want to find out what her personality is. What would she do? Right? And like the little snippets of, she's kind of aggressive or whatever, like they do not do the same work as this description. Kathleen's presence is electric, her passion infectious. Whether rallying troops, seizing opportunities, or leading the charge, she commands attention and action, making things happen while others are still thinking. That's right. Like, I realize a lot of these are written by people. Like I was talking to people at MegaMek. These descriptions are not AI generated. They're handwritten, and they're applied in the code in such a way that sometimes they don't always read the best, which is fine. Listen, if anybody's complaining about small inaccuracies in effectively like randomly generated text as part of loose personality prompts that are just trying to like mesh together, if you're complaining about that, you're a pedant of the worst kind, and hell with you. I mean, the fact that this exists and randomized in such a free fan project, like this is stuff I love to see in any kind of random RPG where you get little characters. Things that come to mind, Darkest Dungeon or the XCOM games or any of those things. Any of the things where you get random little guys who recruit and they have a little personality to it. Sometimes it's just a single sentence. They have that for some of the characters, the guys your retinue in Manor Lords. You can see some of the stuff, and I think in like all kinds of games. And I love seeing it. Now, if you are making your own characters, these, I could understand not liking these, but guess what? You can just delete them. You can just, enter delete for your own characters. But for random people you've gone through and you encounter, right? Like last week we were looking at the recruit screen at some of the the interview questions and seeing people were buttheads, and I chose not to go roll with them. And here we have Kathleen. If we just said oh, she likes people and whatever the heck it is, you know what? We can actually find out. Yeah, I think we need personality, right? So aggression, none. Ambition, none. Greed, dynamic. Social, none. Talent, average. Attributes, or is it traits? Traits, reputation, -1. Attributes, charisma's pretty high. She's got some edge. Willpower is high. You can see, yeah, it's in personality, right? Green, dynamic, and average, right? Some of this stuff was generated. And let's make that tab pop backward again, right? You get this. Anyway, Kathleen is seeing what happens when people believe comfortable lies. The easy mission that turned into a massacre. The reinforcements coming that never arrive. She refuses to be part of it. If truth is ugly, then people need to face it. Anything else is just setting up another grave to be filled. Okay, so she's not like intentionally like murdering people just to murder. She's not a murderer, so to speak, but she is a killer in the sense of self-defense. So going through the description and going through this process, right? I love this, right? You can go in, you can read the description. I don't have to make things up or think in depth. Part of what I love about BattleTech in many of these aspects is, this came up with a conversation, it's so ingrained in the system. The system is so crunchy that it kind of writes a narrative for you as you play. And by reading that description off, the decision here of what should she do, she wouldn't kill the vehicle crew, right? She's efficient. She's seen the horrors of battle, but she probably wouldn't commit them, right? So she is going to large laser that archer, I believe, but not double. Anything with a medium laser? No, she is not going to shoot the vehicle crew unless the vehicle crew does turn and start shooting, and then it's probably fair game. But right now they haven't shot anything, right? Yeah. Nothing going through here. So they're not shooting anything. They're not being shot. We have a PPC shot. Minimum range there. There. Archer's the best one. And yeah. Here we go. Winch misses. That allied Wolverine, Fragile, is kicking butt still. We got a jam playing. Alright, right torso, rear, hit, left leg. We got into the internal, no crit, but Grace is doing work. Anything interesting? Fragile, our friendly Wolverine here, is taking some damage. Nothing too bad yet. Open on the left leg. Gotta watch out for a friend here, because like I said, that Wolverine's doing work. We do get a hit on Grayson Cicada. Needs 9. 5 gunnery, attacker walk, 3 target move. Oh, are we exactly 7? We're exactly 7 hexes away. That was the problem. Oof. But, you know, that's alright. That's alright. That archer got hurt. That archer's not doing too great. Again, we don't actually have to fight this battle. That's probably another reason why Kathleen the Machine chose not to engage. And advanced strategy, next player button. Let the cannon fodder do cannon fodder things. Alright, they've all moved. Fragile is in not a good spot. That wasn't a particularly good move, Princess. And for those of you wondering why I keep saying Princess, Princess is the name of the MegaMek AI. I use the term AI loosely. It's their sort of, you know, the computer enemy. Alright. We've got people to move. Wingman, you are, as always, solid rear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can just back up 3 hexes, go there. Maybe not yet. Here we go. Machine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sadly, that train rain is right there. I want that rifleman to move so Grace can get behind it. Alright. Machine, you are in the heaviest mech here. You should have enough armor to deal with whatever's about to happen to you. Rifleman still is not moved. Winch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes right behind the rifleman. Do it. See what happens. You'll force it to move. And in fact, you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It could almost not gotten something better, except we do actually have the move point to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hexes on a run directly behind the rifleman. Baba boom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. We're doing it. Alright, winch. No, I think Grace should shoot first. Go ahead and do your alpha strike into the rear, Grace. Next will be... We are going to overheat on this. Machine. Murder machine. I think you want to shoot the other Ost. No, you want to shoot the archer. You want to shoot the archer. It's the right target. And it's getting pretty low here. I think we are going to gain some heat and do it. You know, all things considered, the machine who gets enough experience, she might be our just hot laser boat specialist. I'm getting that feeling. I'm getting that feeling from her. But anyway, PPC, laser. And you know what? Also small laser. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we do get a hit in the head, but not... Oh, Grace! Grace, what are you doing? Grace, you're not going to get the call sign Disgrace, because you've done great so far, but needs 5 rolls 2, needs 5 rolls 4. Boo. Got a small laser, does hit, but it hits the head. Would have been much better to hit the rear torso. There's an open rear torso. Alright, they are focusing fire on that Wolverine. That's been doing great. Both hits. Oh, large laser and AC5 in that already open left leg. It's gone. So Fragile has done a lot of work, but is going down. And again, doing the work here. Shooting that rifleman. Hitting with an SRM-6 on 4 rounds. Needs 4 rolls 3, needs 6 rolls 4. Ooh, you're having some bad luck, my friend. Alright, winch. Hits with a large laser, hits with a small laser. Goes internal on the right leg. Needs 6 rolls 4, needs 6 rolls 4. Oh, man. Everyone. Our whole team cannot... The dice are not in our favor right now. The dice are definitely in our enemy's favor here. Talisman does get an SRM hit. Yeah, we're managing to connect with our tiny little things. Yeah. Yeah, see? Great. Kathleen Machine. Needs 6 rolls 2, needs 6 rolls 5. The big guns miss. All of our big guns are missing, and our little guns can connect. Needs 8 rolls 8, needs 8 rolls 8. What is up with our luck this turn? What a swing. Wow. Alright, Wingman. Needs 7 rolls 9. Our one big gun to connect is Wingman's PPC. Again, Wingman coming in kind of, you know, like, he's not, like, exceptional, but he's shown up. He's helped out. He's been our wingman, and I'm happy with him. Does get the critical into the lower leg, so, you know, overall, yeah, Fragile, 20 damage, automatically falls, loses jump jet. Must avoid damage, takes a hit, stays conscious. Ooh. Critical on its own foot, falling over. Ouch. 2 total hits. Yeah, I think with that we take the better exchange, particularly because we have kicks coming in. 2 kicks on that. Alright, Talisman the Wasp gets kicked. Destroys a leg, that's not good. But I think between this rifleman taking a bunch of damage and the enemy archer taking a whole bunch of damage, you know, even potentially losing Talisman here. Talisman's alive. And Fragile's alive. Fragile's a bad call sign. Fragile really is a bad call sign anyway. Yeah, we're at 76, they're at 70. But, more importantly, we are at 98%. Our allies are at 50%. So, the fact that the enemy team isn't being damaged and we are still at full capacity is a good sign. But in any case, speaking of our allies, next player button. Next player button. Computer's thinking. Next player button. Oh! That rifleman tried to stand up and did not succeed. Took a hit. The pilot is unconscious. We're going to see that when we get to the end of the phase. And, ooh. Alright, I think Grace is the one who's going to need to run around into the rear of this thing and target the open torso. I think that's what needs to happen here. But in the meantime... Alright. Machine. Talisman is at 0. It's probably going to be the main shot. The main target. 1, 2, 5, 6. Oh, right. She gained heat. I think maybe she's the one to do this. So she can cool off. She only has 2 forward-facing medium lasers. Those 2 medium lasers in the rear, I think, should be focused back. But this might be the opportunity to actually use them. So yeah, she's going to go forward. We're going to see what happens. Crusader stands still. Sort of. I guess it walked, so it must have done something. No, the Ostroks were waiting for that move. Okay. Wingman. You don't want to end up on ice. Wingman has a PPC. Two, 3, 4, 5. We can jump there. What's the Crusaders piloting? Is it 4, 5? 5. Oh, ran. TMM1. Okay. 5, 6, 7. Jump 5, 3, 8 for a kick by a Crusader. I think the better option is to jump right there. In which case we cannot be connected with by the Crusader and kicks. So there we go. Granted, we are now in minimum range for the PPC, but the PPC can be shot at that Ostrok right there now. So. I wish we could walk through an enemy immobile target. That would make sense in some ways, but I think that is the move right there. Going after the archer. And Machine, I'm not confident is going to be able to pull it off and get the actual kill. 5, 6. There we go. We'll do that. Alright. Fragile ejects. Here it is. The rifleman blacks out. Done. So now we have Winch here. Like I said, it's going to go after the archer. We're gonna overheat a bit. Overheat to 7, because we need to start dealing some damage and eliminating some of these targets before they start hurting us a bunch. Alright, we want Grace to potentially get this. Targeting the head on 6s, or... Ooh, head on 6s, and the head has already been hit. I actually do think that's the right move now. I was going to go after the right torso rear, but we also remember we get the salvage. We get the salvage. Machine, you are trying to cool off. Who do you have in your rear? You have the Crusader and the Ostrok. 6s is about 70% chance to hit, but then you also have to confirm the hit to the head. So, yeah, I think I am going to... And the center torso is in good shape, so I'm not overly concerned about overkilling. Yeah, head on 6 is nice. Head on 6 is nice. When I get all the salvage, like, I can't... I was expecting it to be worse, but I guess, you know... No TMM, immobile, prone at minus. That's a total of -6. So, yeah. Alright. Wingman. PPC there. Small lasers there. 2 heat, you're good. You're fine. Alright, here we go. Winch. Miss with a large laser, hit with both medium lasers, internal on the right arm. All right. Enemy Ostrock is... They're going after Talisman, but Talisman already lost a leg, so it's not exactly like we're losing an important ally. And here we go, Grace. Trying to target the head, hits the right leg, hits the right torso rear. We have section destroyed on the leg, medium laser. We do get one head hit. That's 4 total hits. I don't think this guy's waking up. Let's see if Tundra map. It's an ice map of some kind. I'll show you in just a second here. Enemy Crusader is going after Talisman. Talisman is not having a good day. Talisman does connect with a medium laser on that rifleman, so some return of pain. Machine also going for the head here. No. Yeah, also going for the head here on 8s. Misses. So we do not get the kill. It is unconscious with 4 head hits. It's probably not going to wake up. Yep. Locust Star Path shoots it. Left leg. It's lost a leg, 4 head hits. It's not getting back up. We do get the salvage. I'm probably not going to kick it as much as I want to. As much as I want to kick it, it's not worth... Yeah. I don't want to damage it more. I want to save it. All right, so the map. Yeah, this is just a randomly generated ice map. Can't say that. I had a pilot wake up from 4 hits last Thursday. I imagine he wishes he didn't since he was a dragon facing a Summoner Prime. I mean, I do not have any love for dragons to begin with. It's a fat medium mech. I would take a lot of medium mechs over a dragon. I also think that just looks... I know that like the big chest is supposed to look like the head of a dragon or something, but every time I see the dragon mech, it just looks like a guy with a beer belly. That's all I can see. All I see is a fat guy with a beer belly. Not to besmirch anybody who has that body type. I'm not trying to body shame, but it's just like, it's a mech called a dragon. It's supposed to be fearsome. And I just think of like a guy who's like wandering out of a pub with a tiny little head and little arms. Roll on a random table, had to make the best of it. Yeah. Is that part of the clan trial, clan invasion stuff you guys are doing? I know Garner is very excited. He loves the sort of the rat table element to it. There's been some talks about actually doing like a tournament or competition where you are given random mechs, and I love that idea. It sounds really cool. Might be something happening at Just Games or Millennium at some point, so keep an eye out for that and announcements. There's a lot of cool stuff going on. I just don't have, Clan Invasion. I just don't personally have the time to invest in stuff. I've really, if you listen to the podcast, I've had to step back away and refocus on a lot of stuff, go down to a monthly release, and realize like I'm probably not going out on weeknights to go play BattleTech, and trying to keep my weekends for that, focus on art projects. And as much as I miss playing the game, I don't know. I've just like not forcing myself to go out and do it and keep up with all those activities, and focusing on myself has been a lot healthier for me. So, in any case, yeah, that's why I'm not part of that campaign, I'll just say. But Cathal, if you are free at some point in a week for a pickup game, it's really difficult for me to make it out to a store. I know John's new store is a lot closer to where I'm living, but I also am able to... It's a lot easier for me to play games in this house than it is to make it out to a store, because my diabetic dog, she can be okay, but by the time I get back from a job site, from work, put everything together, feed her, take it, it's difficult to get back out. But in any case, we have Grace. And you're right, there is a chance that Rifleman wakes back up. But if he does wake up, he's going to attempt to stand, because this is Princess, and he doesn't have a leg. So he's going to fall and knock himself back out. So, or abandon the unit, in which case we're also fine because salvage. So, you know what? There's no reason to continue engaging with that rifleman. Who else do we have to move? Machine? Oh, machine's going after the archer. Oh, but this is physical attacks. Never mind. Yeah, we're skipping physical attacks. For them, we are 100% going to kick that crusader. Yep. They're going after Talisman. They're continuing to go after the Wasp. The Wasp is still alive somehow. That's the amazing part. And we do get a critical hit on the foot of that Crusader. Fantastic. Yeah, this is looking good for us. Rolls get a 12. They get a 13. They got a command mech. Boo. Boo to you guys. Alright. Yeah, Talisman's abandoned. The Rifleman's still unconscious. Fragile's over here. The Veal crew is running away. Let's hit the next player buttons or star path to run around. And then because there's little pilots on the field, they do get to activate. Alright. I think Grace is 100% going to want to get behind that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually want to get behind the Archer, not the Crusader. Crusader that has already moved. I think we're good. Winch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a way we can get 5? We are 5'8". 1, 2. Oh, I want that Archer to move. I want the Archer to move. Alright, Wingman. Let's have you jump there. And nothing happened. Alright. Machine. Back up 5. Boom. Do that. Now the Archer moved. Fantastic. Thought I heard a noise. Checking if it was chatter. Alright. Grace. Oh, can't quite get behind the Archer. Sadly. But can get behind the Crusader. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. And Winch, can you get behind the Archer? Yes, in fact you can. Bam. Doing good stuff. Talisman ejects. All we have left is our ally Star Path. But we can do this. We can do this. Alright. We are going to gain heat again, but we are alpha striking into the rear of that Archer, and I'm okay with it. Grace, you don't care about heat, so you're going to alpha strike into that rear, that Crusader. That Crusader, which still has relatively decent armor, hence we're in the rear. I think Machine, we're going to be able to keep shooting into the back of that Crusader no matter what, because it's taking damage to its leg. So I think we need to start working on that Ostrock. Granted, we only need to get them down 50%. Hello, Mika! Happy to see you here. We've got our secondary lance of medium mechs here. Medium mechs plus an Ostrock. Or is it an Ossoul? Ostrock, run around doing business here. And it's a mission where we're trying to run through to get to the other side with 50% of our forces, or we can destroy 50% of them. And because we have huge salvage rights, we destroyed a demolisher over here, and that was the only scary thing we had. We out BV them, so we've been wreaking havoc. We've not taken much of any damage. Our allies have been soaking everything up. So, bullet sponge is doing bullet sponge stuff. And now I've decided if Kathleen the Machine is going to try to lay punishment into this Crusader or the Ostrock. But honestly, as much as the Crusader, the legs are so hurt that if we can open that up, I think we are in a really good position. Like, we don't have to deal with that Ostrock at all, though, parts would be nice. Yeah, we'll gain heat. We want to get rid of that Archer. Alright, Winch. Wow. Wow. Okay. The curse continues. Needs 6, rolls 4. Needs 6, rolls 2. Needs 6, rolls 2. Needs 6, rolls 5. I need to actually screenshot this. Hold on a second. I need to screenshot this and send this to a friend of mine here. Because There's a running joke. There's a running joke that a friend of mine can't hit on 6s. He cannot hit on 6s. So I'm sending a screenshot. Is this you? Are you in my game? When I have a chance to check out the mini photos channel. All right. Yeah, I think you posted some minis like earlier today or something happening. God, Stellaris makes raised it. Fantastic. If you want me to look at it on stream. Oh, I forgot to put myself back up here. If you want me to look at it on stream, I'll put it on stream. But I'm excited. Mika, we definitely got to try to play this season. If you can make your... I do want to try to get another multi-match day down in Ithaca and one up in here. But if you can find your way up here on a weekend or something, I definitely want to get a game in with you because we haven't played in a while. Oh, I definitely would like. You are a blast. All right, where were we? Okay, we were looking at all the shots here. They missed us. We missed them. Grace needs 5 rolls 4, needs 5 rolls 2. Does connect with the small laser. Okay, so the curse of last turn continues where we can't hit the big guns, but the little guns connect. Goodness. All right. Winch does get hit by a medium laser. Machine. Yes. Gets another crit on the leg. Go, Kathleen the Machine. Vindicator misses the PPC, hits the medium laser. Yeah, so the curse continues. Crusader does fall, which means we get this kick, obviously. And this kick for sure. Boom. All right, we kick, we hit the archer. That's fine. We kick, we connect on the right torso of the Crusader. That's fine. And the Ostrock tries to kick us and misses. We are doing good. Fantastic. All right. Team 1, that's us, 63%. That looks bad. In T2, 58%. That looks bad, except we are still at 98%. And they are at 58%. They are 58.9. They are 9% away from like, oh, Mika, I'm sorry. If you'd like, sure. Was that to your mini photos or to us playing a match? I realized I said 2 things to you, and I thought you were responding to us playing a game. I didn't realize I realized that might have been to looking at your minis on stream. Yeah, Millennium. Getting there, I like the idea of the waypoint station, but also the mini photos, great. All right, so I'm good up with the pause screen. Let's go to the Discord. So here we have them. I mean, they remind me a lot of like Luke's mercenary color scheme. I love the like sort of the browns and greens Solaris effects. Colorful bits. Metal Max. Look at these. So Mika is a local player here who loves oh, I love the hat. I love the hat on this guy. He just looks like a cowboy. I know it's not actually a hat, but these are all Ironwood Metals minis. Is it? Oh, but it's the skinny Battlemaster with an axe. I love it. Love it. Oh, this guy's got little spikies all in him. He's covered in little spikies. SRM6, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know what most of these are. I am not skilled at identifying most of the Ironwood Metals minis. Like, I feel like I know this guy. I feel like I know this guy in, like, the bluey purple with 2 SRM 6s, lasers in the torso, maybe some punchies going on. I love Spiky Boy. I love Spiky Boy with a 6-pack on the shoulder. More spikes. Is this the Bombardier? Yeah, is this the Bombardier? I think that's the Bombardier. With the dual AC-20s and covered in spikes. Yeah, I think I've seen this guy used before. I don't remember what he is. He's kind of like a Black Knight, except has a hat. That's all I can see. Claw, Spiky Claw, laser. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bombard. Yes, I called it. I'm not looking forward to fighting the Bombard. I'm really not. And this is Solaris, what almost looks like an Orion, but isn't. This guy here, you know, missile torso, gun arm, different gun, other arm. Almost looks like a Phoenix Hawk, but isn't. Yeah, we're going to have the wacky Solaris duel. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see this in person. But yeah, the Metal Minis. Ronan has 4 SEM. Yeah. Is this the Ronin? Is it the Ronin one with the hat? Large pulse and claw. Oh, is this guy? Is this guy the Ronin? Yeah, he's got the missiles, pulse, claw. Yeah. Great. Fantastic. And you definitely practice gets better there. You're definitely getting better at painting, getting the details in, making things look really unique. I'm excited to see these. Onslaught is that. That's the Onslaught. Yes. Honestly, my favorite of the whole bunch, if only for the hat. But I love the blue, like the blue detailing. You got like sort of like the metal stuff shining. You've got like underneath the hat in blue. This is great. Oh yeah, blue cockpit, blue cockpit, blue cockpit, blue cockpit, blue cock. I'm guessing that's the cockpit. Cockpit. Yes, fantastic work, Mika. I'm excited to play. Probably not at Millennium. John's new store is opening up this close to me. You're welcome to play here. Like I was telling Cathal Mechworks, like it's tricky for me to play except on weekends. I'm trying to focus on my own life a little bit and get things together and not like force myself to go out. So where the heck was I? Planning moves. It is the movement phase still. All right. Did I hit the next player button? I have not. Let's hit that next player button. Advanced strategies. I like the Juggernaut, which I can't use until Pulse Laser rules get fixed. Yeah, so the thing is, right, this season is an attempt to have people get used to tournament rules, because there's an Iliad tournament coming up as part of the Crossroads Grand Tournament, which the rules packet should be releasing soon. I didn't make it myself. Maybe there might be an advanced version or something. It's Iliad inspired. I'm not entirely up to date of how exactly close it is to a normal Iliad. Zess, who's running it, said he had a few changes he wanted to make. One of them being, yes, a pulse limit. The second being one advanced unit. When you're playing in a tournament, part of the Iliad League structure is you see everybody's list beforehand, and if somebody has a list that's too toxic, you can just go, I don't want to play that. Oh, you brought 5 million bajillion pulse lasers? I just don't want to play you. I don't have to. It's a league. You know, you can choose your opponent, so to speak. So there's an inherent balancing mechanism of toxicity. But in a tournament, you can't do that. You're matched with somebody, you have to play them. And so pulse spam becomes a lot more of a serious concern. And so this season we are using the 40 pulse limit, which is going to be for the tournament. And it's pretty standard, Mika, that 40 total pulse limit I've seen in a lot of tournaments, a lot of things, and I don't It might become standard, particularly as we move in towards core rules. So I'll put it this way: if you're really excited to play the Juggernaut and want to do a pickup game at some point, some crazy shenanigans, we can work that out. But at this point, I'm not sure if you're gonna have another chance to do both an advanced unit and not have a pulse limit anytime soon. All right, to the game. I have a game I'm supposed to be playing right here. We have a prone Crusader. So Wingman is overheating, right? Yeah, 5 heat, but too far to jump. Well, the Cicada's right there. Cicada, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. Yeah, we can do that. Boom. Now Wingman should be able to jump within... Actually, we want to jump there to put us in the rear of the... Well, no, we want to be next to it. We want to be next to it. We want to get that prone accuracy bonus because we're jumping. There is a Clan Solaris mech called the Prowler, which is an IS mech with a bunch of ER pulse on it, built for the Zelbriggen stables. It's experimental. Yeah. But also, ER pulse is kind of an interesting thing. All right, winch. Yeah, winch is definitely overheated. I think your choice... You are barely touched. 1, 2, 3. I think you need at least 1 TMM. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Ooh. Yep. I think you're overheating. Let's not push it. Let's do that. Colossus looks fun, admittedly. Gonna make me start pulling up random mechs while I'm trying to play a game and forget exactly what I'm doing all over again. Murder Machine, can you go there? Yes, you can. But that leaves you unable to kick or punch. But you're gonna do it anyway. Murder Machine, go! Colossus is the first mech to use X-Pulse. Okay. And there it is. I called it. The rifleman woke up, attempted to stand, needs an 11. Yep, fails, dies. Yep. Shields. Oh yeah, shields. Shields aren't even in the BMM. Alright, we will fire 1 medium laser into the rear. We are trying to cool down. Grace. Alpha into the rear of that Crusader. Murder Machine. Oh, choices. The choices. Alright, Crusader, Archer. I think it's got to be the Crusader. We're going to overheat. And this is probably the last turn, but I'm still not going to fire on that Osrock. Here we go. Let's see if we kill that Crusader, it's game. We can just slash victory. They will retreat. All right, Crusader takes some hits. 1 armor remaining in the rear there. Allied Locust does some work, gets internal, no crits. 1 internal structure remaining on that right leg. If the leg goes, it's over. Right arm, right arm. Yep, okay. Darn. There we go, right leg destroyed. Bang, it is not going anywhere. That should be enough to break the BV, get them sub 50%. Well, that is actually the good point here. So let's... force display here. Can we expand this out? Is this up to date? No. View round report? No, it's still this. Player list. No. There's no... Yeah, it's gotta be forced display here, and it's not telling me... Yeah. Allies, enemies, 811. Yeah, I think that's gonna be do it. Volk. There's also a unique Volk, which is positively diabolical. The Volk 68 has a turret with 4 medium X-Pulse and target computer. Yeah, that's pretty gross. But I'm gonna call it right here, /victory, before I go through melee, just because I don't want to damage things more and ruin my salvage. And obviously that Ostrok will be able to walk away. That archer is not going anywhere. Yes, and give me 1 second. Put up the pause screen here. Yeah, they are at 44%, right? At the end of the game, they're at 48%. We are still at 98% BV. All right. Do you want to? The snare typically says the enemy always retains battlefield control. No, I control the field. F that. I'll break this. I'll complain. I'll complain to somebody and say like, no, we wrecked house enough. Hi, Cheddar. We wrecked house enough that I'm claiming salvage. I don't care. I'll cheat a little bit. P-bot, as my housemate says. Oh yeah. That Ostrov escaped, that archer did not, and we are salvaging it. But we are going to sell. We're going to straight to sell all of that. We're going to salvage the Crusader because I think we still have Crusaders mothballed per parts. Oh, it is worth a bunch. No, we're cashing out. We don't need any of these parts. We want a drop ship. That's what we got to remember. Okay. Demolisher, I said we're going to give to Machine, so she got the first critical. The Rifleman was definitely... I'm giving it to Grace. The Pilot, I have no idea what that one ejected from. And the Crusader, I think was Wingman who actually knocked it over. Yep, calling it that. There we go. And we definitely were able to do that. There we go. Finish. Done. What are you talking about? If you select confirm, the scenario will be resolved. It will not be hostile to undo this action. Yeah, we won. We got a victory. Confirm. Nope. And the mech way popped up. Another popped up. Here we go. Alright, yeah, see? Limit coverage, 8 of 1. Victory points, 2 of 8. No early contract end. Fantastic. Repair bay. Phoenix Hawk is being repaired. Everything's good. Everything's hunky-dory. I would be interested in doing anything to make Ithaca events easier. I mean, Ithaca's my hometown. I don't mind driving down. I know Luke is down there and can do stuff. Nate is down there and can do stuff. It's just right now, part of the issue is Cantrip down in Ithaca went through a transition and some stuff going on internally with them, and some of the knowledge was lost. I'm trying to follow up with them to get salvage events back going. We've had lots of requests for that, and I'm excited to go back and run those. So we are working on bringing salvage free-for-alls back to Ithaca. You'll probably be doing some more events in coordination with Linkster Games as they open up a store. Like I said, that's also really close to me. It's very easy. He's also very much, as a store owner, a dedicated like BattleTech person. Nothing against Millennium or Just Games, but they are much larger. They have a much broader appeal to multiple games. So I think it'll be easier potentially to work with Linkster Games to do BattleTech stuff. We'll see. Like I mentioned before, I'm putting some of my BattleTech stuff on the back burner just to focus on my life, get my life together, keep my evenings free. You know, there's stuff going on. That and Cheddar, who came in and drank water and left. Anyway, okay, where were we? We were playing a game. We just beat a mission, and let's keep going. Let's see. We do have people with experience. Sherry. I don't think she has enough experience to do much of anything yet, so we'll just keep going. We are waiting for a mission to pop up. Life is the most important. I will say, as soon as, not Rochester John, but I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my housemate, something potentially exciting just happened. I have no idea. I've got headphones on, so I can't quite hear him. Oh, Frontier Assassination. There's a mission just popped up. And it is... Enemy VIP is located in an isolated position, presenting rare opportunity to eliminate a key target. I definitely want to send my main forces out for that, so we're going to do it. We are going to send our command lance out. Yes. No reinforcements. We're doing this. Certainly was a cheer. You did hear it. Okay. Yeah. Stuff going on. We're alright. Briefing room. Okay. Light snowfall is fine. Daylight is fine. Star League Depot 56 Heavy Industries. I don't like that. No. Cold Sea Fjords. Light snowfall. -4 extreme cold, gravity. Yeah, I'm okay with this. So, yeah. Deploy. Okay, that's just who we're deploying. Great. Cancel. And it is on the 15th, so it is... Hey! Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I wonder how... Recruited. I wonder how far into the sim did I go here? Biographical information. Fluff information, call sign, profession, kills, biographical information, age. I'm trying to find something to see if I actually did it. General. Because it doesn't say. Time is recruited, experience, blood type, age. Oh, I'm curious. Did I do this? If I did this, you know, we're just going to see edit person. Nope. Doesn't matter. All right. So, in the universe, Thursday, October 15th, 3029. My birthday is October 15th. So we are playing this mission on my birthday in the far, far future. Oh, there we go. So let's do it. Load her up. An enemy VIP has been located in an isolated position, presenting a rare opportunity to eliminate a key target. The removal will deal a significant blow to enemy operations, but they are not unprotected. Your mission is to kill the VIP and destroy at least 50% of their escort force. The enemy may attempt an emergency extraction or stall for reinforcements. Do not let them escape. Strike hard, eliminate the target, and ensure their escort is crippled beyond recovery. If the enemy attempts to dig in, break their defensive perimeter and neutralize them with overwhelming force. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, securing any salvage and eliminating remaining resistance. This is a chance to change the course of the conflict. Do not let it slip away. Employees deployed to you alongside engaging force. Yes, commence drop. Let's let it load up. Fjord might be fun. Interested to see that part of the Ice BFM when I get the next week. Yes. And of course it pops up weirdly sized again. Here we go. Mech HQ. Nope, we want MegaMek. My face on the right hand side. Alright, so everything looks good here. Our allies are red again. Yep. But 3029, let's go. Let's do this. This is a murder mission. Oh, this is what the fjords are. Okay, but this is fine. You'll make this work. Minefields. I don't do the minefields. I don't like that. There we go. We rolled 12. They rolled 6. We're good. We are deploying. We don't know where they are. I definitely want to be able to find a path over this way to get, because there might be spawning over in here. This is the most likely area for them to move forward in. Although I guess technically, okay, this isn't water. That is just level -2. But, you know, depth to level -2, they're going to have to come around this way, in which case we do have some nice sniper positions over here, which will be easy to access from right over here. So I do think this is going to be our best deployment zone. And of course, oh, Tall Tale. I forgot. Edith got Tall Tale because of the RPG prompt of telling stories. And she told the most bold story. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Ah. That was a good moment. All right. Do we know where they are? Right over here, like I said. Probably spawning over here. Phoenix Hawk. The only person of interest is Ghost Walker. I'm guessing that's our VIP. Though no, it's just the standard Op 4. So we don't know who the VIP is, but we'll find out. Meantime, boop, boop. Yeah, we'll sprint. In which case, that's a better sprint. Do not sprint on ice. Any kind of PSR you make on ice is like +3 or +4. It is horrible. You do not want to do it. Mika, I've been doing some math to see how effective ALRMs would be in alien shooting the destructible object from the deployment. Yes. Yeah, people do forget sometimes that the bunkers in the bunker mission can just be shot at. And while it's not an overall effective strategy, you know, it is not optimum. You know, never been happening with enhanced LRMs when playing with them. See, here's the thing about those enhanced LRMs is the way most people play, like it's like 2 map sheets, maybe 4 standard. But if you play on things like MegaMek, if you start playing, you know, 4, 6 or more maps, you know, the more space you have to interact with, the better enhanced LRMs are. They can be really good, but you need to have a large play space. All right, I don't think anybody actually has shots. So we're just going to go ahead and skip. Yeah. Maybe Edith would have had a shot, but that's fine. Instead, not enhanced. Yes. All right. Is it enhanced the in-between Intersphere and Clan LRMs? Got it. Yeah. I said the wrong thing, but meant the right thing. All right, Gun, you can go ahead and move there. I'm not hitting the next player button because movement doesn't actually matter all that much just yet. Enhance his clan alarms at home. Yeah. There we go. All right. Nope. No shots. We definitely want to range high-low, PPC. We do have a shot on that Orion. Fire! Alright, range, high-low, PPC. On that Phoenix Hawk. Fire! Done. And last but not least, the murder machine. Tall Tale. LRM-20 is on 4. I think I've only seen those on an ill-claimed Manticore. Actually never played them. Yeah. One hits, one misses, because we're rolling so many twos. Alright, skip all these phases here. Alright, I think now I'll hit the next player button. See what they do. Alright. And we've got our elite squad here. So this should not be a problem. I don't even look at the BV for this mission. That is at level 1, so I'm at level 0. Yeah, this is a good path for our jumping jack. The move I should have made was this. I think this one first. Want to move a little further forward? Probably move to right there and not move anymore with Edith. With Tall Tail. Gordana Banana. I think Gordana's going to want to come up along this way, so... Oh. Alright. Now we have shots. I think that Orion is going to be a primary target here. Definitely not the heavy tracked APC. Yeah. Or we can just eliminate the Stinger to eliminate a target. I think that's going to be the option here. 2 PPCs at the Stinger should basically get rid of it. Hopscotch, you've got a PPC. Let's not waste a 3rd PPC on that Stinger. That would not be awesome. Wink. Alright, and another PPC. That Blackjack, interesting. Op 4, Ghostwalker, we already looked at, was not the VIP. SRM carrier. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot that SRM carrier because to hell with that thing. And then... Oh no, we don't have sight. We don't have sight. Whatever's Tall Tail going to do now that she can't see her enemy? Could it be indirect fire? And just murder the crap out of, I guess, anything she wants? I mean, that Stinger's already being shot at. We're gonna LRM it. We're gonna learn. That Orion's gonna learn it a lesson. Anyway, Stinger. We connect with 2 PPCs. That is engine hit and nastiness. Alright. We connect with the PPC on that SRM carrier. Motive damage. Excellent. The Orion does hit with an AC-10 and an LRM-15 against air gun. Glancing blows both, but that's still annoying. Happy we're connecting with it. And here we go. Tall Tail hits with both LRM-20s. Needs 3, rolls 7. Needs 3, rolls 5. Connects with 6 and 16 missiles. That is going to be PSR, which does explain why it falls. We do get 1 head hit. And that's it. Stinger falls. Breaches itself in the water. Hull breach, hull breach. Stinger's gone. Or no, the leg breached. It is just stuck underwater. That's going to be annoying to salvage, but hey, it's ours. It's gone. All right. Let our allies be our meat shields. Hit that next player button. Yeah, Stinger down. One of those, like, I feel bad wasting 2 PPC shots to the Stinger, but, like, to eliminate it that early, you know, it's 1 less unit for them to mess around with. I'm fine with it. And at this point, we can just walk our units forward. And just take advantage of stuff. Except for our jumping jack. Our jumping jack is going to jump, particularly because we are in cold weather. And Gordana is going to try to move forward because she wants to kick things. It was just gone, no problems there. Yep. The Orion I want to kill next. I do. Is this the Von Luckner the VIP? The Von Luckner is the VIP. 4.5 AC-20. Yeah, that's a nasty. That's a nasty tank. But I think our gun's gonna eliminate that SRM carrier. Because no. Just no. Just no. You're not allowed. Bad. Enemies are not allowed SRM carriers. We can... That APC is not carrying anything. Nope, mortarized platoon. Yep, so we'll take a shot at it. And obviously the murder machine is gonna keep firing at that Orion. Yep. We don't have a better shot at the moment, so that's what we're gonna do. Alright. We hit some nastiness. We don't destroy the SRM carrier, sadly. But it is not doing great. Alright. Allies miss it. See an Orion by cover. Boo. And we do hit with a total of all of the missiles. 40 missiles into that Orion. Blam. Alright. Heavy APC does take damage. Auto system. We do get a fall. 2 hits. 2 pilot hits on that Orion. Bang. And we got a jam. And it's my birthday. This is my birthday fight, guys. I have to win. We have to crush it. And I gotta remember to hit that next player button. Yeah. You want to get that close? Yes, we do. We're doing great. This is our elite team. We can't be stopped. And then Edith no longer has to move. She is in her spot. Okay, the SRM carrier ejects. Fantastic. So the Orion does stand up. Alright, your gun, what do you do? I mean, you would want to take out the most experienced target, but they are kind of way out of there. I think we're going to go to the Von Luckner. It is the next thing to try and take care of. It is the VIP, and it is our mission to destroy it. The Orion, oh no, the Orion moved within minimum range of the PPC. What else could we possibly throw at it? Is it 4 medium lasers? It's 4 medium lasers. Gordana, what do you got? Ooh, anything in range of the SRMs? No. Alright, just the PPC. PPC on the APC. Try to get it down before it unloads stuff. And... yeah, we're going to keep laying into that... Orion. Alright, Von Luckner. Immobile. Look at that. And crew stunned. Alright, allies shoot the Orion. Orion gets shot. Critical hit. We've got an open left torso. We've got an open right arm. Alright, PPC, APC takes damage from the PPC. Your gun gets hit with an LRM-5, like whatever. And here we go, here we go. Let's start with this. Tall Tale needs 3, rolls 7. 20 missiles. That's 3 full cluster shots in a row, and we have explosion on the tandem charge SRM ammo. It's gone. That is gone. That is an auto eject. Blacks out. Destroyed by ejection. But we do get a second. Oof. Yeah, second ammo explosion here. That thing is, that's gone. There's nothing left to salvage on that thing. Although the next hit was 16 missiles, so we're doing great on our cluster rolls all of a sudden. The Orion, in its dying breath, does hit Hopscotch, does hit Sherry with an SRM4. No, 2 SRM4s, but one of them is a glancing blow. All right. Bam. And destroyed by extreme temperature, destroyed by extreme temperature. That's going to be... I thought yeah. Alright, they are at 63%. Like, yeah. They're not doing great. Oh yeah, next player button. The secret strategy, the secret sauce. Alright, air gun, you're gonna go ahead and run for it. We don't even know about walking. We're doing fine. Gordana is like, I wanted to kick something. Edith, you don't move. You don't need to move. You are the most broken person in this. Almost a win right there, and that Von Lochner is pretty messed up. Yeah. Immobile. And like barely touched, and we just got some immobile crits. So AC 20 in the turret. So I'm gonna target the turret. I mean, the turret has plenty of armor. No, the left side. We gotta target the left here. That's where we want to aim to actually kill it. And it is the VIP, so we are gonna alpha strike and blam it. All right, Hopscotch. Shoot the Shadowhawk. No, Ghostwalker's named, but also higher. Ghostwalker, what's your BV? Your BV is 1,654. Okay, and Shadowhawk. Yeah, you're almost 50% worth more. So we're shooting you with all the lasers. All the lasers. Stun is second worst crit that thing can take other than fuel tank. Yeah. Alright, Phoenix Hawk or Blackjack with a PPC. It's gonna be the Blackjack. Done. Although maybe I should have looked closer and fired at Ghostwalker. But doesn't matter. I'm learning it. I'm learning it a lesson. All right, we have another crew stunned. Crew stunned more. The most stunnedest crew that ever did to be stunned on that Von Lochner. VIP taking a nap. All right. Also depends on location, because like some crew stuns can't move or move at half speed. Some crew stunned is like individual weapons can't shoot. So, all right, Hopscotch hits with everything, but yeah, hits with everything except for the behind cover on that Griffin. Good job, Hopscotch. Phoenix Hawk does get a hit with a glancing blow on a medium laser into your gun, but that's not a concern. We edge the head hit. Griffin does connect double glancing blow, large laser, medium laser on Hopscotch, but glancing blow works. Okay, allied Shadowhawk Capricorn gets 2 more stuns against the Von Lochner. 4 internal and 1 internal remaining on the left side. I do wish I had shot at it with the longbow now, but I couldn't because it was just out of range. But here we go. Needs 5 roll 6, 12 missiles. Needs 5 roll 6, 12 missiles. So there's 24. But we did get 2 hits behind cover, so no PSR from that, just that. But with the extra thing else, left arm breached, falling into water. Bang. All right. And What is their BV? 60%. Not quite. But we do have... The VIP is almost dead. The Op Force is 62. So we've got a little bit more work to do. But it looks like they abandoned that. Yeah, they abandoned the Von Luckner. They abandoned the VIP. Alright, next player. I think we're going to go to capture the VIP. I know that's not technically the mission, but our mission was to defeat them. But if we can capture them... Yeah, Gordana, you're actually going to sprint. You're actually going to sprint. You're going to get up there. New mission. Capture the VIP. Even if we get the BV limit, we're going to physically land on the vehicle crew. That is the goal now. Dies from exposure. Oh! F, you're right. Okay, we need to land where their corpse is going to be when they die from exposure. I have to double check the settings because there's a setting that says mech warriors don't die from exposure, but I guess it's just mech warriors and not other units. In any case, let's double check the weapons range here. Yeah, everything but the Von Luckner, so you don't need to move at all, Edith. And then air gun. Oh, yeah. Let's get behind that Phoenix Hawk. And then hopscotch. That's still short range for the medium lasers into Ghostwalker from the rear. We're going to do that. Alright. I mean, they are at minimum range, but also your gun is still good enough to get an 8. But that's 60% because of his natural aptitude. He is our main character. Fire, fire. And we're going to do a solid shot. Fire. Followed by... Yeah, we're just going to do it. Just going to go ahead and alpha. Hopscotch. All the lasers into the butt. Into the back of Ghostwalker. Done. Tall Tale. Edith. Our resident just expert in complete destruction murder. Could probably seal the deal here. Potentially seal the deal here on Ghostwalker. Yeah, automatic hit. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. It's worth a lot of BV. Done. Alright. Alright, allies. Shooting at the Phoenix Hawk does some decent work. A Wolverine. Wolverines do a lot of good work. And when it comes to Intertech mediums, Wolverines are just, they're solid. Alright, our gun. Rear. Left arm, rear. That's right torso gone. Center torso rear. 0 armor left in the center torso rear. Yeah, that's hurt. That's a lot of hurt. Your gun takes a little bit of damage, doesn't care. Hopscotch. Medium laser, engine hit, cover. Ugh. Stupid leg hits. Their gun does get hit, actually, with a full-on large laser blast, medium laser blast. Our allied Wasp Racer is suffering some of it. 6M is a beast. I'm dealing with 6K as well. In reference to Wolverines. Yeah. Like, a lot of Intertech mediums are just absolute garbage where you kind of like walk through and ignore. Not Wolverines. Alright, they're focusing on Racer. Here we go. We have these two rolls, 11 hit, 12 missiles, partial cover. Lots of leg hits on this Griffin. Lots of shots going into the dirt. But we do destroy the left arm. Alright. They kick that Wasp. That Racer is not doing good. Racer's gun. I think if we hadn't gotten... Yep, there it is. Destroyed by extreme temperature. There's the VIP frozen. Oh, did the Phoenix Hawk fall, or did I accidentally skip the physical phase? I think it must have fallen. I don't know. I should have been able to get the kick on the... Oh, level -2. Couldn't kick. Boo. Always read your maps. Or... Hold on a second. That would help. I should have that enabled. I don't know why I didn't. That's a little bit more visually exciting. Maybe there was a map that was just really, really different. All right, next player button. I don't even look at the BVs. Up 45%. We're good. Oh, no. VIP is down. We are there at 51.34%. This is going to be the last turn, which is fine because Gordana can kind of get close enough. Like I said, claim the corpses, claim the frozen pile of people. Phoenix Hawk is going to sprint over there as well, which is fine with me. Let's double check the weapon ranges here. We can shoot at everything except for that Phoenix Hawk. So we're gonna skip movement. Alright. Your gun is gonna skip movement too, sure. And Hopscotch is going to in fact jump behind 3 Ghostwalker again. Alright. Your gun. Who are you going to shoot? You're shooting to the back of that Phoenix Hawk again? Maybe. Ooh, that's gonna die and not be salvageable. Shadowhawk's taking nothing. Blackjack's taking nothing. Yep, let's do it, but let's not waste ammo. Done. And here we go again. I mean, this is all energy weapons. There's no risk of anything, so let's just super duper overheat blast. This is the last turn into the Ghostwalker. And who do I want to try to secure the kill on? It's going to have to be Ghostwalker. I'm afraid we're going to overdo it because that center towards the rear is open. Not going to do anything with that Blackjack. Yeah, let's secure it. Let's make sure we win. Alright, we've got left torso, rear destroyed, center torso, engine. Yep, that Phoenix Hawk is not dead, but down, like pretty much down for the count. Their gun takes some damage. He was at a standstill, but everything's alright. Alright, we do have right arm destroyed. Okay, I'm glad we fired with Edith into Ghostwalker there because that's not enough to knock it down. These 5 rolls 2 and these 5 roll 3. Okay. I cursed us. And the Phoenix Hawk does get destroyed by a Shadow Hawk. Hawk versus Hawk. That will be enough to cinch it. Right? We're going to see here in a second that they are 38. Yep, so that is victory. / victory. Bang. Alright. Save the files. Done. Done. I control the field. And here we go. Light damage to air gun, which is totally fine. It's only superficial armor. Griffin did not escape. Blackjack did not escape. Heavy tracked APC. I'll say the Shadowhawk made it away. And armed personnel carrier, sure. Heavy tracked APC, yeah. In which case, sold. Yeah, irreparable. You know what? That's not worth that much. I'm going to take it and strip it. Because we do have a Phoenix Hawk or 2 that we're working on. So we'll take the parts because we're not losing a lot of money for that. All right. Bang. Yeah. Motorized platoon. Von Luckner. Yep, this is Von Luckner. This is somewhere in here is the VIP. And captured is the check mark. I'm going to say the VIP is captured. Whoever it is. Because we literally sent Gordana out there to potentially capture that person. So, yes. Alright. Von Luckner, that was definitely our gun. SRM carrier. I'm giving that to Irgun as well, since he's the one, I think the one who shot it before it caved on us. Orion was definitely Edith. The Stinger was Irgun. Was definitely Irgun. Motorized platoon machine gun, that wasn't us. And the Phoenix Hawk, that was not us. That was our ally. So, boom. Boom. Alright, confirm. Was him as well, but yeah. I think that'll do. Alright. Somebody hit 80 experience. That was Sherry. What can she actually get? Blind fight. Okay, so cluster eagle eyes. That's tempting for the probe stuff. Human TRO. Arrow V, BA, no. Multitasker, Range Master, no. Some like it hot. Probably. She does get Weapon Specialist, Medium Laser, 120 PPC, 120 Weathered. Yeah, Some Like It Hot is only 40. But -1 to hit due to heat is Oblique Attacker. What's this one? Oh no, but this is our jumping laser. This is jumping laser girl. She does not need indirect fire, so we're gonna say no to that one. But yeah, Sensor Geek, Melee Specialist, Maneuvering Ace, Hot Dog. Reduced heat related target rolls, E ammo damage shut down by 1. Dodge. No. All weather. Does not suffer the PSR penalties. You know, she jumps, so she's not actually that concerned about it. So I do think at the moment yep, she's a 2-3. I think spend XP, abilities, combat abilities. I think she's going to be a laser specialist. +1, -1 to hit for lasers, +1 to anything else. Oh, laser specialist, and we can actually do both. Well, no, hot dog. Hot dog's not the one we want. We want Some Like It Hot. There we go. All right, wingman. Wingman. I think you're a 3-4. You're a 3-4. I think. What do we do? Combat abilities, current skills, gunnery. Yeah. Piloting. 3-4. Yeah, gunnery. We're gonna lower your gunnery. We're gonna do 2. You're kind of in a sniper role. All right, winch. Winch 4-4. Obviously. Yeah. 4-4, 3-4. Done. Edith. Edith, you are a terrifying creature, and you need to save your experience for terrifying things. Cordana, 39. No. Grace. Grace is a 3-4. Okay. Kathleen. Kathleen the Machine has gunnery aircraft. Okay. But she's a 4-5, so let's see if she can. Current skills, gunnery. Gunnery aircraft, yes. Gunnery mech, no. Piloting mech, no. Not quite. She's 2 experience away from increasing her piloting. Alright. 8-19. These have been pretty easy. Let's see what pops up next in terms of missions. We are 162 million C-bills. Oh yeah, in a repair bay. Yep, we're salvaging that. Everybody's returned. Yeah, we are in really good shape. Alright, tactical withdrawal. We've got Superior Enemy Forces in Pursuit, intent on overwhelming. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty easy one here. They'll control the battlefield. We don't want to fight. We just want to escape to the opposite end. City Cold. I think we deploy our secondary lance because they are speedy and they can make it through. This is on the 28th. This is the 25th. Although what we really should have looked at is Corporal Durgasa is in charge. Okay, investigative running, swimming, pilot, gunnery. No. Roleplay, utility, acting, appraisal, tactics. Winch, you're gonna learn some tactics, and I don't think that gives us enough experience to increase tactics. Yeah, we need 8. I don't think that gives us enough to reroll. I think that's tactics skill. Maybe it's strategy, but in either case, if he's going to be a leader, he needs them. So we're doing it. All right. And 28th, here we go. We're going to roll through and do a tactical withdrawal. Superior enemy force, expect them to use speed, they'll control. Got it. We're just running across the map to the opposite edge. MegaMek loads so much faster after that first launch. Alright, it's telling us, it's giving that flag for that. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we still out BV them with our allies, so in theory we could kill them. We have a 1-2 ally. Interesting. And it's a city, so getting through this is actually going to be more difficult than we think. But that's a straight line, straight line, straight line. Yeah, so... Oh. Winch. Grace. We'll split our forces a little bit, see if we can get out of here. Alright, so one of our allies is a 1-2, and it's not the battle... Oh, it is the Battle Master. A 1-2 Battle Master. I said we weren't going to fight this, but my gosh, that thing is going to be terrifying. 1-2 Battle Master. Oof. Alright, Winch. Just go forward to full 8. There you go. Wingman, go forward to full 8. There you go. Grace, just stand behind the Battle Master. I think, you know, speaking of, she's the smart one. That would be the smart thing to do. Alright, we do not even see our enemies yet. So we're just gonna skip all of this. We do not need to kick or punch buildings, so we'll skip the physical attack phase. Alright. Or is this the one where they spawn behind us? Yep, this is the mission where they spawn behind us. Oh, that's even easier. Alright, alright. Grace. Boom. Alright, so we've got 11 hexes. We'll stay with 11 hexes in woods. We're fine there. We don't need to sprint. So what happens when you sprint is you can move up to double your walking, but you get a -1 to your TMM. So if sprinting puts you up into the next bracket for TMM, it keeps you even unless you move further. But if it doesn't do that, you end up being easier to hit than you otherwise would because of it. So like sprinting is, but when you sprint you can't shoot, so it's just like an alpha strike. But see here how we're going now 10 hexes instead of the 8. This means our TMM is going to remain effectively the same, but we go a little further, and I'm okay with that. Alright, same here. You know, 10 hexes instead of 8. That is further away, and same to net TMM. Yeah. Nitty gritty, you guys, you can fight that battle and probably wreck house, because a 1-2 Battle Master is terrifying. Cicada has flippy arms but no guns in the arms. Alright. And yeah, I want to see what it does. Nitty gritty takes a bunch of damage, and the nitty gritty deals damage, hits with all of its guns except for a single machine gun. Alright, alright. Allies taking some hurt. But, alright, physical attacks, we're not going to kick and punch buildings. Alright, yep. Sprint out of this. Wayne Waco, Red Corsair, level 30. Yeah. Yep. Like, our enemies are occupied. That Battle Master is going to start doing some nasty work here. I'm just kind of curious what's going to happen here. Yeah. Remember, enemy's green, so this is not good. I want to see what the Battle Master does. What? Did it not shoot? Oh, it didn't shoot. I don't see shots for it. Maybe it didn't see something because it is. Let's take a look here. Yeah, it didn't have any shots. Buildings. Alright. Physicals. Enemy being hurt. I'm cool with this. Alright. And aura farming, I guess. Yep. Alright. Interesting enough. This will be it, and the game should just kind of go into auto, so we can even just let it play out and see what happens. Because we have no units left, so it's just going to keep going. We won't even be able to see the report, sadly. There's a way to set it up that like a game master has to be able to hit the done button, so that players can't just move on to the next phase. It does look, nope, nitty-gritty's still there, still there. MegaMek's just gonna keep on rolling. And my roommate just yells out, "I am unstoppable," in the background. Not entirely sure what he's playing or doing, but he's having a good time. Hope everyone's having a good night. We are just letting princess fight princess here because our allied princess ended up with a 1 gunnery, 2 piloting battle master in a city environment. At any time, I can just try to hit slash victory and end it, but I want to just see what the end results are. Like, our allies have a technically smaller BV. I forget what the initial totals were, because together we had a higher BV than our opponents. So we're just gonna see what happens. This is BattleTech. Looks like Nitty Gritty is still alive, but Nitty Gritty might be the last allied mech standing. It looks to be that way, and it's just outnumbered. Yep. Yep. At a certain point, when the enemy just out HPs you, there's nothing you can do. But I want to see the final report of what's left. Oh. Are they not? There it is, destroyed. Alright. See if I can time it right to get a... Alright, to get the victory. Come on, either Y. There we go. Slash victory. I got it in. It's processing. There we go. All right. Give me 1 second here. Let me save the files. All right, let's go back to MegaMek here. All right, team 1, we started with 14,000. They started with 10,000, but a bunch of that was me. 5,000 of that was me, and I just ran off. All right, so we ended up with 0. They ended up with 36% left, right? They out, our allies had 4 units. The enemies had 9. 4 out of the 9 remaining. So, yep. Let's take a look at this here. Yeah, 16. Yeah, one unit left on round 16, and this was the Battle Master. Nitty Gritty blacks out. This was it. That was the round 16 was the end of Nitty Gritty. The enemy controlled the field. Yep, but we're fine. No kills. We made it out. Done. Yep. There we go. So, yeah. Interesting lesson for you there. Even if you have the better pilots, even with BV's match, sometimes you just cannot overcome somebody who out HPs you, right? If you've got 20% more damage and they've got 50% more health, that's going to be a struggle. You better hope you get head hits. So here we are. We played 2 missions and we kind of ran through another one. I don't think we need anybody gained. But we just did beat a mission with people here, so Edith, no. Grace was 2 experience away from upgrading something, I think. Or no, with Kathleen. There we go. We can get her piloting up. Interestingly, although honestly, her personality, I want to get to. Yeah, AI didn't try to isolate his cover, exactly. Or even then, right? You know, the whole I've lost a good number of games playing as a clan player against the Steiner Wall of Steel, right? Pulse lasers, even if they hit every single time, right? Even if you're hitting every single time, you still might not be dealing enough damage to actually chew through all the armor of a wall of banshees. You know, like, hey, I spent 1,200 BV on an assault mech that's got like no guns and moves forward. Good luck chewing through this. So, yeah, the reinforcements coming that never arrive. She refuses to be part of it. If the truth is ugly, then people need to face it. Anything else is setting up a grave. I think her personality. Her presence is electric, her passion infectious with a rallying troop seizing opportunities. She really seems like a candidate for some kind of leadership rather than just being a pilot. So I think we should focus her on some tactics, strategy, leadership skills in addition. But right now, I do want to get her out of 4-5. 4-5 is not good. Once she's a 3-4, we can get her into some kind of like boot camps and things. So, do I want to upgrade her piloting right now or save for gunnery? I think I'm going to save for gunnery. And yeah, I'm happy with the state of things, guys. So, yeah, it's been 2 hours. We got games in. I think I am going to call it here rather than start another. Well, you know what? Let's at least see what the next mission is. I think that's fair to say. Here we go. New month. Nobody's leaving. Nobody has a chance to leave. We're good. Okay. Morale. They are wavering. Understood. Captain, them is offering sea bills to get their people back. Yeah, I'll accept the offer. Okay, great. Gunnery skill, 1 experience each. Alright, whatever. Unit market. Doesn't say there's dropships on offer. And there probably isn't. Show large vessels, yep. I don't want to buy a mech. I like the mechs that we have so far right now. They're routed on the planet. Alright. Used unit convoy. Balanced. Accept. I think we're fine here. Like I said, let's just see what the next mission is. Let's just see what it is. My thought is, like, I just don't want to play another, like, 45-minute to hour-long mission towards the getting close to the end of a stream, but I don't exactly have to run away right this second. I can just keep clicking the button. Federated troops unleash chemical weapons. Gross. Wow. We got nothing so far this month. November's not seeing any action. Yeah. Alright. I think we captured the VIP. I just got word on an auction happening in the next few hours, Captain. Most of the lot is junk, stripped chassis, damaged gear, nothing worth time, but there's a locust. A locust? No, I'm not gonna waste any kind of anything on a locust. Yeah, we're not worried about mechs or anything. Use unit convoy, balanced, accept. I think victory points 4. Yeah, we can't end the contract, but we're just not. I don't know what he's saying. Party message follows. Here we go. Federation's interdiction is lifted. Okay. So, Captain, we're doing the winter holiday thing again. The unit has decided the best way to honor tradition is by lighting large fires, pretending to beat each other up. It's basically morale boosting through minor chaos. The 5th night bonfire is more than just tradition this year. It's a way to feel grounded and connected despite the challenges. The 11th night will be a bit more civilized, a bonfire, gift exchange, and a feast. I'm not sure if the food is supposed to be cooked over the same fire. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, yep, sounds great. Looking forward to see how it turns out. Yes. But everybody's fighting. Alright, alright. What can we do here? Assign a spouse, mate, to family reward. Perform skill check. There we go. Acrobatics, acting. Martial arts is a skill, I think. Yep, martial arts, 9+. There we go. Attempt. Terrible. Okay. Alright. Air gun's out. We're doing a little mini tournament here. Alright. Air gun's out. Alright. Widge, you're next. You're next. Martial arts. Let's do this. 12+, right? But still. Oh, disastrous. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Hopscotch. I mean, none of these people have martial arts skills, so maybe it should be an attribute check of body. Yeah. Body reflexes. No. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna keep up to it. Forearm skill check. We're gonna do martial arts. Because if everybody fails, the person who fails the least, right? Because I think air gun was like a 4. I think I was a 5. 8+. Oh, rolled 12 with a target of 8. Good. Alright. I think Hopscotch is gonna be the one to beat in this sort of grand melee here. Grace. Skill check. Martial arts. We're doing this. We're doing this. The holiday grand melee. 8. Bad. Okay. Skill check. Let's see who wins the mini tournament. 8 versus 9. Almost. Okay, so second place. Second place. I don't think anyone's going to beat Sherry. Rolls of 2. Disastrous. Okay, yep. Alright, alright, alright. Acrobatics. Roll 5, bad. Alright, last but not least, we have Edith here, who came out on top of the last 6 or 7. No. Alright, so now we know. In the Holiday Grand Melee Battle. Corporal Sherry Hopscotch Sandvik beat up everybody else. Thought chemical weapons were Taurians. Fedsons loved the planetary bombardment while they still had warships. Yeah, there's something in the history about the Fedsons and the Taurians having some kind of something or other happen. But in any case, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna give her experience. I'm gonna give her 10 experience for winning. That is a 0. 10 experience for beating everybody up. All right, Sherry Hopscotch, that's what you get. We're gonna keep going. Come on, give us the next mission. It's in the holidays. Everybody just fought. Everybody just fought. Everybody just fought. Happy holidays. Thank you for the kind words. Maybe there was a temporary truce in this planetary invasion. Taurians did a false flag trying to blame the Fedsons for an attack, I recall. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And immediately afterwards, the Comstar interdiction kind of fell apart. It's one of those, like, I'd go look on Sarna, but I don't feel like it right now. Happy New Year, Captain. Not really feeling the New Year spirit, but thanks anyway. Yeah. He's sad that he lost the fight. Auction, Sparrowhawk. What the heck is Sparrowhawk? No. No. Support person of the year, got it. Elite mechanic, got it. Brand new year, everybody. This mission lasts until, well, yeah, we got 6 more months of this. This is a 9-month contract, so we've got a while. But I mean, like I said, yeah, use our convoy balance, except yes. Okay, let's keep just hitting that button until I see a mission pop up. We could be customizing something, but we also don't have that much parts or that much care to keep doing it. And I mean, we've made 100 million C-bills so far. We are in good pace to make money. Wow, we're going through a whole nother month. Okay. Yeah. Captain, it looks like the lull is over. We're seeing signs of hostile movement across all sectors. The Free Worlds League has rearmed and is hitting the field in numbers. Get ready for a tough fight. Okay. Battlemaster online for you? Understood. Oh, I did buy a Battlemaster, didn't I? Oh, you remember this game more than I do. Let's go to the hangar here. Yes. Oh, why did I even have her use? Yep, that's fine. Battlemaster, great. And that's stripped. We can get rid of it. Yep. All right, so we want Gordana to go into the Battlemaster. And that means I have to update. I need to update the dossiers, particularly because yeah, she's now in a Battlemaster. Just a standard BLG1 Battlemaster. But I am fine with that for the moment. We might customize it. And you got time. We're doing you. Great. Crusader. Crusader 1. Mothball you. Great. All it needs to be. Yep. Thank you for reminding me of that. We just got an upgrade. Use the unit convoys, balance, accept, yada yada yada. There we go. Alright, so I guess there was a lull in enemy forces for the holidays. And they should be picking back up here. There we go. Heavy recon invasion. Yeah, I don't feel like playing that one. That one's gonna take a minute. Almost 9 o'clock, but there we go. We put sherry in, not sherry, we put banana peel or new mech, hopscotch, beat the crap out of everybody up, and we played some missions here. So thank you everybody for joining me tonight. I will be back in the plan is 2 weeks, unless I suddenly feel the urge strike me to play some public MegaMek. I hope everybody here and everybody watching the VOD later is having a great time, enjoys this, and has a good night. Take care.